theory about this, but I have my own theories about what is truly in the Krabby Patty. If you have no idea what I'm talking about SpongeBob SquarePants. I usually don't make theories on my channel, but like someone commented if I could do a theory, since I used to tell scary stories, I decided sure I'll tell a theory. So listen carefully. Disagree with me all you want. This is my opinion, my channel. And what I say is completely based on proof from the show. Now you might debunk some of my theories coming into this video because I haven't watched every SpongeBob video because I don't have time to do that. But I'm not sure if anyone else talked about this. I believe that the SpongeBob SquarePants secret Krabby Patty formula is a giant hoax created by Mr. Krabs. Let me explain. Throughout the entire SpongeBob franchise, no matter how much you look into the show, you will never see what is actually in the Krabby Patty formula. No matter how many times you're trying to see it, sometimes it's in a bottle, sometimes it's a book, and sometimes Krabs say it's an old Krabs family recipe. So there is no definitive proof that the Krabby Patty formula actually exists. And many people think the Krabby Patty formula is the burger. But I have to tell you, the burger is not the secret. The secret is the patty. That is why it's called a Krabby Patty secret formula. It's not the burger, it's the patty itself. Now let me start from the top. Everybody knows that Plankton is sort of a villain in the SpongeBob universe because he tries to steal the formula. The thing is, you will look into the show and see that many times Plankton tries to steal the full burger and not the patty itself. Even though the Krabby Patty secret formula is on the patty and not the burger, there are a few times where Plankton does try to steal the patty, but most of the times it's towards the burger. It's because the burger is what Plankton thinks is the formula and not the patty. But I can tell you, all this time Plankton is trying to steal this piece of paper with a formula is a giant hoax. There is no secret formula. It's just something... Okay, let me explain. I believe the secret formula is a hoax based on evidence, based on two main reasons. One, everybody knows that Mr. Krabs is absolutely, I would say this lightly, addicted to making money. He's went to countless schemes, countless plans to grab everyone's money that comes to the Krabs to grab. What is stopping him from creating a fake secret formula to draw in customers? Like in the real world, if there is a place that has a secret formula that makes their food taste so good, who would not want to go to it? And Mr. Krabs, coming with all sorts of schemes, very possibly could have faked a Krabby Patty formula. That's why we also never see Mr. Krabs make the Krabby Patty. It's always just a stockpile of them in the freezer. Which leads you to think, maybe there is no secret formula. Maybe burgers just taste good on their own. And Plankton is being fooled. Second reason, I believe Mr. Krabs is addicted to abusing people. Let me explain. He constantly underpays people, his employees. He rarely congratulates them. And how does he do this? Making a fake formula and making Plankton fall for it. Each time Mr. Krabs defeats Plankton, Plankton is getting hurt all over again, every single time, and Mr. Krabs just laughs it off. I also believe Mr. Krabs is addicted to seeing people in pain, because all those times Plankton has committed so many federal crimes, robbery, destruction of property sometimes, intimidation, you name it. Plankton has done so many schemes to break into the Krabby Patty, trespassing, destruction of property, and somewhat a failed attempted robbery. Mr. Krabs could very well put Plankton behind bars and fine him for all these, but he chooses not to. Every time he chooses to click Plankton back to the chum bucket, and that's that. Why? Mr. Krabs like to torture people. So back to the Krabby Patty. Other reason I believe it's a hoax is because we've never actually seen what's inside the bottle. It seems like a roll of paper, but every time we get even a glimpse, it's not always the same. Sometimes it's a piece of paper. Sometimes it's a book. Mr. Krabs says it's an old family recipe. When a few episodes later, we realize that he somehow discovered the perfect patty batter. That goes back. It's not the burger, it's the patty. But the thing is, why does Mr. Krabs, if there really is a secret formula, have so many patties just sitting in the freezer? We never see him restock. We never see him make the patties. It's just there. So what I'm thinking is Mr. Krabs created this fake secret formula by simply just writing down a bunch of random stuff and spreading it to seem like his burger joint is the best in the sea, even though it's probably like the only one we see. But the patties he used is probably just bought from grocery stores. Mr. Krabs created the Krabby Patty formula as a hoax to draw in more customers so the customers can just spend their money on buying a fake formula to make a Krabby Patty. They don't buy the formula, but they're buying the Krabby Patty, think it has a secret formula. That's why the Krusty Krab becomes so popular, because it has a secret formula. Now, there is something else I have to talk about. Why Plankton is not successful. If you think about it, every place we see the food is sold, it resembles food in the real world. Except for one restaurant, and that is the Chum Bucket. I believe no one in this world will like to eat chum, which is basically raw, ground up fish, including all the bones. Anybody would say cannibalism is disgusting, correct? You would not want to imagine being a cannibal, unless you're into that sort of stuff, but that's for a different video. These fish in Bikini Bottom look kind of like us. They can speak, they're intelligent, they can learn. If the Bikini Bottom fish are like people in the real world, maybe they avoid going to the chum bucket knowing chum is basically them being ground up. Kind of like cannibalism. Hear me out. I believe that's why the chum bucket is unsuccessful. Also, because Plankton doesn't know how to cook. We never actually see Plankton cook anything. He just has chum ready, like it's just raw. Maybe Chum Bucket just serves raw food and no one wants to eat raw food, because we actually never see Plankton cook anything. It's just always prepared. I also do have one more thing though. One of you might say, well, on the episode, Squidward works for the Chum Bucket to make the chum fricassee, people actually eat it. And I say that's because Squidward actually cooks the chum, unlike Plankton. Because maybe cooked chum is better. We eat cooked fish. We don't mind it. Maybe the Bikini Bottom people eat cooked fish and they don't mind it because it tastes good. And also because it's probably better than whatever Plankton makes. So that is my theory on why I think the secret formula of the Krabby Patty is a hoax. This would be the end of my conspiracy theory, but I have to debunk another theory. Many people believe that the Krabby Patty secret formula is crab's meat, or is whale's mother's meat. Both of those theories have concrete evidence, but I feel like that those theories could be debunked. First of all, Bikini Bottom is a very isolated town in the middle of nowhere. Mr. Krabs could not kill enough crabs to make hundreds, thousands, even millions of Krabby Patties. And we see multiple scenes where SpongeBob makes 40 in a batch. We see multiple scenes where Krabby Patties just boiled up in the back rooms. We see multiple scenes that SpongeBob has to make a huge amount of patties. There's even a one where an episode asks for 1 million Krabby Patties. Then people might say, well, the whale is big enough. Why don't you just use a whale? And there's even a painting in Mr. Krabs' house featuring them fighting a whale. Now, that's where this is hard to debunk. I cannot definitively say that the Krabby Patty is made of whale meat. But the thing is, I'm not debunking what the Krabby Patty is made of. I'm debunking the secret formula. And I believe the secret formula is a hoax. Because if whale meat is actually in the Krabby Patty, Mr. Krabs, at a young age, could not have potentially discovered the perfect patty batter. Because no one in the right mind of restaurant will they have a chopped up whale as mix for a patty. Which means if Mr. Krabs did discover the patty formula, it could have not been from a whale. Let me explain. Potentially Mr. Krabs came back from depression because of a war with maybe a whale. But when Mr. Krabs discovered the perfect patty batter, it was before the war with a whale. Many of you might think that, well, there may be a loose connection. Maybe Mr. Krabs discovered the perfect patty batter by mixing in whale meat and then realized he ran out of whale meat, so he needs to go fight a whale. But that just begs one question. If he really went to go fight a whale, why doesn't he just take Pearl with it and cook her as well? Why would he go into extreme lengths to take care of a whale daughter? That is where the theory goes blank. Because if Mr. Krabs is really that greedy and trying to slay a mother whale just for Krabby Patty meat, people might think he's just fattening up Pearl. But I don't think that's it. I just think the whale theory, that's all there is to it. Mr. Krabs discovered a patty batter that doesn't have to do with Pearl's mother. And let me just say once and for all, the Krabby Patty formula, I believe, is a giant hoax. And that is the Krabby Patty formula theory.